Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Let's get it.
Let's rumble.
On your marks. Get set. Go! Ooh! Yeah. Hey! Hey, no, that's cheating. You cheated.
I did not.
My throttle stuck on cruise control.
That's a rad.
Today we are going to show you the Rattan e-bikes. We've got the 750 models. They have an LM and LE. I don't know, it's down here. But the LM model has the crossbar here, and Michelle's has the walk-through, the pass-through, step-through, whatever you want to call it. So that's what it is.
These bikes have a 750 watt motor and 4 to 6 hour charging time.
These, I believe, are a class 3. They'll go up to 28 miles per hour. I personally have tested that. Plus, we're going to race here pretty quick.
What?
We're going to race. These bikes also have the 4-inch fat tires, which makes it nice if you want to go on a beach. Gives it extra cushion. They also have, Michelle's and mine both have a shock system on the seat. Kind of hard to push, but when I get my big butt on there, it goes down. And also it does have a front shock system. A lot of e-bikes do not have that.
These bikes have the capability of doing pedal only, pedal assist, or throttle only.
When you want to turn it on, you hold down on this button and you'll see the screen come on. It automatically goes to 1. Now if you were to pedal on this, it wants to take off, which is kind of dangerous. It takes off and then just a little bit to give you that little assist to get going. You can press your gear down right here and you see it goes to 0. Press up on your gears and you can go all the way through to all the gears up to 5. Now you do have your pedal gear system here where you can push this in and go through all 7 gears. Now if you're on pedal assist and you're in 1 and you have this up to gear 2 through 5, it's going to be too low geared if you want to do the pedal assist. So you might have to bump this up a couple gears depending on what gear you're in here. So to give you an example of what happens if you have it in gear 1, as soon as you try to start the pedal, it takes off on you. But it just gives you that little bit of boost. Just saying, just be careful. The best thing to do is put your gear in 0 until you're ready to go. If you want that pedal assist, you can put it in 1. As soon as you start to pedal, it'll just give you a little boost to get you going.
Another cool feature it has is cruise control. If you hold your throttle at a steady speed for about 5 seconds and then let go, it will maintain that speed for you.
This little lock system, you can take it off there. This is just where we put it. You can put it in different places if you'd like. We just found that useful. The battery is not hidden. It is out here, but it cannot be taken out without your key. You can turn the key to on and off, and if you push in, you unlock it. Now you can take the battery out.
These e-bikes are supposed to have a range between 40 and 60 miles.
I say we take them for a ride and do that race.
What? I have not been on a bike in years. We're not racing.
You've been riding this bike.
Like on the sidewalk. We are not racing.
We're gonna race.
You lead, I follow. Here we go.
We had to pick the busiest road.
It's fun getting used to these bikes though. I haven't been on a bike for so long.
I just like the bell.
We've been wanting to get bikes for the longest time, even when we had our motorhome Vinny. But we just never did. We kept looking, trying to decide what ones to get. Boy, even with the pedal assist though, it's a workout. Right.
You bump the gears up on the motor here, that's only third. And now I'm pedaling too fast for that. So if I want to do a pedal assist, I need to bump the gear up on the Shimano shifter. I'm guessing I left Michelle in dust. No. You ready to race? You ready to race?
No.
Let's get it.
It's rumble.
You ready? All right. You marks. Get set. Hey! She cheated. What? Right next to the campgrounds, we got a little desert area with a lot of sand. It's pretty thick sand in some areas, but a lot of areas you can stay on and it's pretty good. Just got to be careful here. But we came here when we first got these e-bikes, before we had our helmets. We just told on ourselves.
Yep.
The cruise control, I kind of like that sometimes, like when you're on a sidewalk or a long ride, you can just hold it down, like Michelle said, for that 5 seconds at a steady speed and let go, and it'll just keep going. It's got a headlight, tail light, brake light when you hit your brake, the shocks. Now you really notice them when you get on the sand areas and all the bumps. You'll notice the shocks, the fat tires really help absorb some of that. Then you got your shock on your seat, of course, as well.
2 months later, here we are.
Here we are. So we've tested these bikes for a couple months now, and we wanted to give you guys a good, honest opinion of the bikes before we said, oh, they're great or they're junk. Show you how we have our e-bikes stored. We've got them in, I think they're 40-gallon tubs, Commander tubs, in the back of the truck. So far, it's working out really well because we do not want to put a hitch on the back of the Airstream. These e-bikes are 64 pounds a piece.
They're kind of heavy.
And Airstream, they do not recommend you put a bike rack on the back of the Airstreams, especially for an e-bike. Inside the back of the truck or a hitch on the front of the truck is our only option. Try this out for a while and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Trial and error. Hopefully no error.
No errors.
No error. No. Before you turn on your monitor up here for your odometer and all that, you have to turn the key to the on position and make sure you always wear your helmet. No, I did not get the Spike helmet. Got one much cooler.
I wanted the pink Minnie Mouse.
Some people don't think these helmets are cool, but I do. We're gonna race again. Are you ready to rumble?
Yeah.
That was the trick. You've got to say, I'm ready to rumble. She won both times she said that. No cheating this time.
Never.
Marks, get set, go. Eat my dust. We went and changed clothes again. No, this is another day.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day. We decided to do multiple days, kind of record different days and throw it all into one video. We did miss one recording when we were over at Fun and Sun and Encore here in southern Texas. It was super windy that day and it was too noisy.
Yeah, didn't work out.
It's been noisy here too, but we managed to use the film. And we got 3 races in. And I finally won one.
It's still 2-1.
Yeah, wanted to go over some things that we did not cover on this, and discuss some things that we do and don't like.
I think really about the only thing I don't really like is how cumbersome it is when it's folded up and you're trying to lift it to put it store it somewhere. It's just awkward.
It is. You hear a lot of people say, oh, it folds real easy. It does fold real easy.
It
folds very easy and unfolds easy. But they're okay, but they're not that easy as some people make it out to be. Putting it in and out of of your tub or whatever, they're a little cumbersome because when you fold this, they're a little wider than they make it look.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it because of the weight of 64 pounds, which, by the way, a lot of the other ones of the same class are right there around that same weight. And if you look at some of them, they don't have some of the features that this has.
Yeah. But you can handle the weight. But I'm thinking, for me, even though, I have pipes and everything, but I'm just thinking by myself, I don't know if I could really lift it up into something.
You could probably do it, but it's probably not good on your back to do that.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to be clear with that.
Yeah.
It's doable, yes, but it's not as easy as some make it out to be.
I think it requires 2 people.
2 would be best, but I can do it by myself. But not everybody can.
Right.
That's all we're trying to say.
But that really, I think that's the only thing I can find a little fault with.
I don't like the kickstand so much, and it's only because they didn't put enough adjustments on it. The kickstand has an adjustment here to go down further, so if you need to extend it. But if you want it to angle, this is as high up as it goes, and it's about ready to tip over. We're at a little bit of an angle right here. It needs to be adjusted a little bit more. It holds it up without tipping over, but it's really close, which that isn't a huge deal. But I'm not sure why they extended it so many adjustments going out other than going the other way. This is the charge port. And this is your charger. This goes into a normal 110 outlet, goes in, plug it in, light comes on, and it lets you know when it's fully charged. Flip this flap back down so that you don't get any moisture in there. Another thing that I don't care about with it, it is a little tricky to get the battery to go back in and get the key to turn, because the key won't turn unless that latches on that battery and locks the battery in place. You can get it to do it, but sometimes it's a little tricky.
One thing we didn't mention before is that has a little back seat, and it's nice and cushy. Probably wouldn't put a normal adult size person back there. I think it's really only meant for maybe little kids or some baggage or something you're gonna carry.
Honey, you care if I bring my baggage with me today? And it also comes with footrests down here that we decided not to put them on because they stick out a little bit and they get in the way when we fold them up and put them in those tubs. That's the only reason why we didn't put them on. And plus, we figured we're probably never going to have anybody on the back. If we do, it's probably going to be our grandkids when we go back to see them.
And they're little.
And I can easily put those on. It's just 2 screws. They go on really, really simple. Not sure if you guys know this, but a lot of these e-bikes use a lot of the same parts. Your disc brakes, Shimano shifters, a lot of them are the same parts. You just get a little different features with each bike.
So overall, how are we rating this?
I like it.
Thumbs up.
And we have not tested any other e-bikes, but we've talked to a lot of people that do have different e-bikes, and we've looked at them, and it looks very similar. A lot of the same things. Some of them have a metal fender. I'm not quite sure. I kind of like the plastic because you don't have to worry about it bending or anything like that. I like that you don't have to buy an extra seat suspension, because a lot of them don't come with that. A lot of them don't come with the front suspension forks. A lot of them don't come with the padded seat. You can use this still for storage and strap things down, as some of them have, just a platform back here to put stuff on. I like it. And the fat tires, so we can ride it on the beach.
Yeah, I like it too. I've been having a lot of fun getting used to it, and I really like it. I enjoy it.
I guess the third thing that I would, if I had any complaints at all, customer service has been a little hard to reach. Hopefully they're working on that so that you can get in touch with them a little bit better. They had a phone number that wasn't working for the longest time. Not sure what the deal is there, Rattan, but you need to get your phone number working. Don't give it to people if it doesn't work. but the bikes seem to be decent quality.
Yeah.
They do. Now these, I believe, normally run $12.99. This is the 750 models. Right now, with the Live in Our Vision code, you can get $150 off.
Hey.
And you can use that Live in Our Vision code for any of their models. Now I think they have a different discount depending on what bike you get.
So,
I think it's time to call it a day.
yeah, before we get eaten alive by these mosquitoes.
Yes. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Let's call it a day.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click that little bell, and hit that thumbs up. See you next week.